Hello friends, many of you have been asking me for this video for a long time now. So here it is, the official launch of CAT 2024 offline course, and this is by Brilliant Scholars Academy. So in this video, I'm going to share with you some details, who I am, what can Brilliant Scholars Academy offer you, the course structure and pedagogy, batch management, post CAT support, and finally the fee details. As many of you have clicked on this video by looking at the thumbnail, many of you will click directly at the end of the video to catch the fee details. I'll urge you to watch the complete video. I'll also talk about what mistakes students make while preparing for CAT and how you can avoid those pitfalls. Let us get going. I'm Hitesh Hariramani. I'm the founder of Brilliant Scholars Academy. I have been training students such as you for last 16 plus years. Over these years, I also had fortune of training mentors for Pune, Nasik, Nagpur, Ahmedabad, Vadodara for one of the national players. I've always believed in this phrase, content is king. I'll repeat that. Content is king. Because in exams like CAT, everything else is, I'll say, white noise. If you do not have content, you cannot crack the exam. And I've always followed this as my guiding principle since 2008 when I started training aspirants like you. I feel that to stay up to date, a mentor should appear CAT as many times as possible. Now, answering questions, not answering questions, we might differ on that. But if a mentor does not go to the exam and appear the exam, how can he or she be sure the methods are effective? So I say a mentor should stay updated. A mentor should go and appear exams as many times as possible, unless the government puts a restriction on the number of attempts or the age limit. So believing that, I personally have appeared CAT many times. So these are the years I've appeared CAT in. This was when I was graduating. Here I already had become the faculty. Now 2007 CAT, the 007 factor was called the bond CAT. I was told that was the most difficult CAT paper ever. CAT went online in 2009 and has stayed online since then. But over the years, what I feel is the level of exam has gone up drastically. A lot of people will tell you that because the level has gone up, the number of attempts required are less. Yes, that is true. But not precisely that you'll have to appear 2 or 3 questions to clear cutoffs. That is not how CAT works. In 2007, 2008, if you could answer one third of the paper correctly, you would get all calls. Back then it was Blackie. Nowadays, you need to score in the range of 42%, 44% to be barely able to touch 99 percentile. Some of the years, 2014, the paper was very easy. 2017, here the level started to increase. 14, 15, 16, in these years, you had to score up to 50 percentage of the marks to achieve 99 percentile. Now, this is the kind of difference a mentor can make if he or she goes and appears CAT every year and analyzes the result. That's why I say a mentor should appear CAT, no doubt, as many times as possible. This is my result from CAT 2022. I pretty much managed a perfect score. I missed 100 percentile by 2 marks. So the methods I share in the class are the methods that have helped me in scoring this high. And these are the methods I'll be sharing with you. So there is no reason you cannot score this high. The only thing is, once a concept has been covered by me in the class, it is your job to and practice more. So what does Brilliant Scholars Academy have to offer you. Special attention to weaker students. I'll talk about batches as well. And when we hear weaker students, the first thing we think is non-engineer. No. I've seen many times engineers also are not good with calculations. And the kind of calculations CAT require are not covered in engineering. So I'll ask my BBA, BCom art students, stop considering yourself weaker or considering engineers stronger. That is not how CAT works. You'll be getting up to date and quality content created by high scoring mentors. As I personally go and appear CAT almost every year, so I know how the pattern is changing, how the CAT is evolving, and that should reflect in the class sheets. It should reflect the level of CAT or level of questions in CAT. The sessions that will be conducted at BSA, Brilliant Scholars Academy, will start from absolute basic. If it is a percentage lecture, it will start from what is a percentage. How do we convert ratios into percentage? How do we increase percentage? How do we decrease percentage? Just to give you an example, if it is about geometry, it will start from what is the difference between a line segment and a line? How does a ray differ from a line segment? From absolute basic. When are the lines called parallel? Just to give you an idea. And by the end of the lecture, we'll be covering CAT level questions. It is true for all three sections, not just one. Formulas that we'll be using, tricks that we'll be using will be derived and explained in detail. Even now, if you have prepared or you know somebody who is preparing for CAT and you ask them, when do we apply allegations? When do we apply weighted averages? You get a blank stare. A lot of people say they are the same. They are vastly different and should not be used in others' place. Like if you ask me, how does the median theorem work? What are the 6 properties of a median? Most of that will be derived in the class. Area of an equilateral triangle, area of a hexagon, area of twin. So once a student sees the derivation of these formulas, they can also customize these to their own level. Because nowadays you don't directly get a question on finding area of a equilateral triangle in CAT. Slowly but steadily, the level of content will be increased. Like let us say if I talk about algebra, let us say I'm planning 230 lectures on algebra. So we'll start with linear equations, quadratic equations, and slowly as we progress, we'll go to modulus, inequalities, functions, and graphs. So as the module proceeds, the level of difficulty will increase. That is expected. That is how you crack CAT. You cannot keep on solving easy content in the class and wait for some big shot to come at the end of the year. Let us say last month to CAT, and you will watch and learn tricks in the last month. That is not how CAT works. In every lecture you'll be learning how to eliminate options. The value is way beyond the range, or the option is too critical, or the option is too narrow, as it goes in RCs. You should not be waiting for the last 1 month to learn and apply tricks. You should learn and apply tricks from day. So fastest tricks to solve questions will be covered in the class on regular basis for all three sections. Private WhatsApp groups will be created for paid students so that your doubts could be answered faster. This is what BSA has to offer you. Now, coming to course structure and pedagogy, I have personally designed the entire curriculum, number of hours, number of lectures, and you have seen that was not just one of my scorecards. I have several more to prove that I know a few things about CAT and its pattern. So you are not going to miss any topic, be it calendars, clocks, reverse remainder theorem, reverse allegation, how to identify different kinds of passages. You are not going to miss anything. The content is there. That is my guarantee. So first we'll start with theory in the class. Day one, let us say it is percentages. Percentages one. Theory and examples will be covered by me in the class. And when you go home, you will be getting WhatsApp message in your batch group in which I'll be sharing this book, this page number, solve these 15 questions before the next class. So after every lecture, you'll be getting a customized list of questions for that particular class. So that when you come for the next class, you're well prepared for it. And not only will I be assigning you daily and weekly questions, topics, I will be seeking feedback from you. I'll be sharing with you Google Sheet with have you solved question 1 given yes no, have you solved question 2 yes no. So I'll be keeping a track of how much syllabus you are covering over the course of time. This is true mentoring, guys. One-to-one mentoring. Now in terms of quant, you are going to receive 109.5 hours of offline lectures or offline learning and 30 hours of workshops. These workshops will be slightly higher level questions. I'll say CAT, and even some will be CAT plus. LRDI, VARC, as you know, logical reasoning, data interpretation, and verbal ability, reading comprehension. These are more about practice. So I'll show you the path. I'll show you how to solve different kinds of questions, and then we'll have workshops. Now it is your job to solve more and more questions, and you will be getting daily tasks for these as well. And at the beginning, what will happen is in a day, maybe I'll ask you to solve X number of questions of one section. Next day, I'll ask you to solve Y number of questions of other section. You cannot possibly solve all three sections daily. At start, you will not have, I'll say, mental capacity or tenacity to study for 6 hours a day and solve all three sections. Usually we say 2.5 hours a day at the start is a good number, a good start. As your preparation progresses, we can add to that number. If you are a working professional, you can speak with the mentor and get a customized study plan. So why are the number of hours of quant so high? Because quant has the highest amount of structured theory. Percentage, there is theory. Ratio proportion, there is theory. Like once I tell you different kinds of RCs, now I don't have much theory to cover. I can cover more and more examples. I can share more and more examples with you. But the theory part is done. Same goes for LRDI. Once I tell you how people can be arranged in a circular manner, once I tell you how selections work, the theory part is over. So because there is less theory, there are less number of hours. But practice will be enough for each section. That is my guarantee to you. Now about the batch management, a lot of times I've seen players feel the pride. The batch has 60 students. But are you doing justice to those 60 students? So the batch size will be up to 25, not beyond for offline. Right now, I'm not sharing any details for online program. I'll do that in maybe next video. There will be daily and weekly tasks shared, as I told you in the last slide, that on daily basis, you'll be getting 10 questions, 15 questions, 20 questions from a specific chapter, specific page, specific question number. And I'll be collecting data on have you solved those questions or not. Regular mentoring and monitoring both will happen through WhatsApp. You have any queries, you're not able to study, drop a message. We can meet one to one. Attendance tracking will happen for every lecture. You have missed 3 lectures, you have missed 4 lectures, you're going to get a call from me. Probably I'll ask you to submit your parents' number or guardian's number as well in the Google form. So in case you go missing for a week, you're not attending a class for a week, they'll get a call. One-to-one mentoring every month is compulsory. Yes, you heard me right. Many times the mentor has to run after the student. Oh, Milo, let us sit, let us discuss. You have to sit with the mentor and discuss how your preparation is going, how your work is going. Are you able to manage college studies with your CAT preparation? Do you need any extra courses that need to be done to build profile? So one-to-one mentoring is not optional, it is compulsory. Small batch size, individual attention, daily, weekly task, regular mentoring and monitoring through WhatsApp, attendance tracking, and one-to-one mentoring. That's all about batch management. So, what after CAT, sir? So, even before CAT, after CAT, a lot of students come to us, sir. I have got 10th this much percentile, 12th this much percentile, graduation this much percentile. Should I target this college or not? So a lot of these things will be done here. We'll be giving guidance on what exams you should take. You are not interested in HR. Why would you take this? You want to pursue HR. Why would you miss the exam test? So should you appear IRMA? Should you appear NIRMA? So all these discussions will happen before and after CAT. Some of the forms are released after CAT. And which college forms to fill? Everyone wants to go to MDI, IMT, but are you scoring in the similar range in mocks? See, right now a form probably is in the range of 2200 rupees, 2500 rupees per college. In fact, Narsimunji, per attempt you have to pay 2500 rupees. So these are costly things. So it is better you speak with me, other mentors before you fill these forms, before and after CAT. Now, profile based college suggestions. Like I'll share one example with you. Last year I had a student who had IISc Bangalore call, and IISc had been ranked the number one university in India by government agencies. There are only 60 seats for analytics MBA, and this person happened to be from the field of analytics. So, should you apply for that or not? So, I guided him on yes, you should apply for it. You're considering career in that domain, and conducted his GD and PI. So, I also told him at the time of interview, the interviewer might try to convince you to take up masters in technology, then masters in business administration. That actually happened in the interview as well. So we mentors have been seeing such cases for a very long time. So we'll be suggesting you what college is better suited to your needs, or what college is better fit for you based upon your aspirations or where you want to be. Like you want to be entrepreneur. So placement is not something you should be worried about. Unless you want to again work in corporate for a few years and then become entrepreneur. In that case, you should go for a college which has better placements. Usually entrepreneurship courses don't offer placements. So again, all these things will matter once you start appearing CAT, once you start preparing for CAT. Two SOP evaluations, a lot of time college like IIM Bangalore, even Symbiosis colleges, they ask you to write something on the basis of which you get a secondary call for GD and PI. Nowadays, GDs are almost gone from the MBA market. It is VAT, written ability test. But I'm saying two SOPs, we'll evaluate for you, we'll suggest you what to write, what not to write, and you will be getting 3 mock PIs and feedbacks from us. Many times these mock PIs are conducted half-heartedly. Like a PI is over in 7 minutes, and the feedback given to the student is you need to work on confidence. Can a student work on confidence in 3 days? You need to be told. It is mentor's responsibility to tell you what to say, what not to say in the interview. I'm not saying fake it, but the interviewer wants to see what you will become in next 2 years. So let us show that to him. In fact, let me share one incident with you. 4 or 5 days before his IIM Calcutta interview, a student approached me. It was his maybe fourth or fifth mock interview. He had appeared or attended one national workshop as well. Because of a tragic loss in the family, he was a little disturbed. He was anxious. He could not frame sentences and speak. And it was his fourth or fifth interview that I was conducting. So my advice to the student was, see, MBA, you need to be presentable. You need to present yourself. You need to speak in front of people. And he was going through therapy for the anxiety and for the speaking issue. So my suggestion was very simple. He had the content. He had knowledge of GK. His academics were good. He knew all the work experience candidate. He knew everything about his field of work. So my suggestion was, whoever is your speech therapist or the person who is treating anxiety, get a written statement from them. that when can we expect this problem to go away, and that you're currently working on it and it'll go away in few days. And trust me, this advice helped him in converting Uncle. Maybe if you are watching this video on my webpage, you will see in one of the testimonials his testimony. So PIs need to be personal, feedback needs to be personal. I cannot say generic things like go work on confidence, XYZ things. So this is what I'm going to offer you. This is what Brilliant Scholars Academy is offering you post CAT support. Coming to the fee part, it is going to be 42,000 per student. The support will last till you appear GD and PI. But sir, your thumbnail says something else. Yes, I plan to stay true to the thumbnail. The thumbnail says you're getting an offline course at the price of a online one. So here's my offer. If you join Brilliant Scholars Academy till 30th of April 2024, this is what you have to pay for a 220-hour detailed program. That is only academics. There comes, then there is mentoring, there is GD, there is PI, there is doubt solving. This is structure planned for lectures and workshops only. In fact, few years back I conducted a 6 hours long workshop. See, I have been appearing CAT for a very long time. I told students how the maxima minima questions are asked, how to use tricks, and I got feedback. Sir, I got 3 questions from the content that you had covered. So again, if you're watching this video on the web page, on our web page, you'll find all those feedbacks there. You can reach out to me on any of these numbers for counseling, for preparation related queries. If you're watching this on YouTube, I'll upload a Google form for you. You can fill that Google form and we'll get back to you. If you're watching this on our web page, just scroll down and you'll see a small form where you'll have to fill your name, number, which year of CAT you're appearing, and we'll get back to you. So that's all from my side. Just to recap, these mean a number of hours. At this price point, I'm not sure going to get anywhere in India. I'll be personally taking more than 80% of your lectures. So I'll see you guys in the classroom. I'll share the address with you as well in the details section. Have a good day, guys.